Okay, I am a few days late on this, but still, I'm probably going to pronounce his name wrong too, as you guys all know. Really bad with names. Don't remember his first name at all, but Kaepernick. He is a quarterback, I believe. I believe he is the quarterback for the 49ers. And there's controversy surrounding him at the moment about him not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, just not even acknowledging it was going on. Well, acknowledging it, but certainly not in a positive way, about how he doesn't want to show pride in a nation that does horrible things. Now, I understand freedom of speech. I understand that that's part of the reason we have that flag and we have that song. That's what the Pledge of Allegiance is about, is that we have that First Amendment right to where we don't have to do that. You don't have to swear. You don't have to show support for this country. That's all fine and dandy. And people say, well, if you don't like it, you can get out. And while I may not like it, my rebuttal to that is no. They don't have to leave. This is America. If something's wrong, by God, say something about it if you feel like something's wrong. Now, given that, I also understand that as far as it goes, Kaepernick is an entertainer. Not to say directly that like he doesn't really have any business doing it. I mean, he is an American, like I said, but then again, probably not on that stage, probably not in a stadium. Kind of like the dudes that came out like, hands up, don't shoot. That's not what you're there to do. Your name doesn't matter to us. It does to some people, but I don't know about you. The only name in football that matters to me is Ben Roethlisberger. So anyone else, I don't give a damn about. And people tell me all the time, oh, well, Roethlisberger fucks whores and does all this, and Roethlisberger can't play anymore. I don't care. I like Roethlisberger. I don't care what Roethlisberger does in his free time, because you want to know why? He's not fucking whores in the stadium. So I don't care. Now, if he whipped his cock out, proceeded to have intercourse with a prostitute on the 450-yard line, I think I'd be a little upset. I don't know about you guys, but that kind of pissed me off. Someone coming in to share their political views and their views on the country while they're playing a sport. Like I said, not really your place to be doing that. That's not what you're there to do. You're there to play a game. And people can say, oh, you have a YouTube channel and then people come to watch you. They don't want to care about your political things. Well, part of this channel is somewhat political, or just minor politics. I can't talk about big politics, as you know, for me wanting to go in the military, so I'm not allowed to voice that opinion for reasons of questioning where my loyalty may lie, and I may be unfaithful if this person is commander-in-chief to this one, or that I may be unfaithful whenever the elections do come around to whoever's in there. I can't even say anything positive, because if I said positivity over one candidate compared to another, then it would make it look like I'd be more faithful to that one than this one, so just don't speak about it. So I do minor stuff like this, like the Gutson flag being racist and Black Lives Matter. That's stuff I can talk about. And if I can't talk about it, then before I enlist and I sign my papers, then I'm going to have to go back and delete these videos, but that's fine, I'll leave them up for the time being. But Kaepernick is just not his place. And that's wrong, and I don't really like saying it because he is an American. But you know how they say there's a time and place for everything? Like there's a time and place for me to get on my soapbox and talk about these issues. Right now, this is Aaron's soapbox time. Whenever, what's an example? Whenever I am in school, not soapbox time. It's not what we come to school for. We come to school to learn. We come to school to get our degree. And if you disagree that, the American school system actually teaches and just drills in answers, then so be it. But that's what you're there to do. You're there to drill yourself in those answers. You're not there to voice your political reasons. That's not where you're there. That's not the time and place. Now, while you have $177 million contract for people watching you play a sport, those people don't want to hear your political views, and it's not a place to do it. It's not a time and place to do it. Now, if he wanted to have, say, a YouTube channel or go on the news and say something about it, that's his business. That's his free time. That's his personal life. I'm all for it. But in the stadium, that is not your place. That is not your soapbox area. This room I do my videos in, my house, my soapbox. School, not my soapbox. Walmart, not my soapbox. As you guys know, I do ROTC stuff. Going to an ROTC event and representing that community, how he represents the 49ers, would not be okay for me to share my political views. Because I'm sharing the views of the core. He's representing the NFL, he's representing the 49ers, he's representing his team. So when he does that, especially since he's the quarterback, that's like the face of any team, pretty much. Unless they have some star badass halfback or something. Or some godly receiver that just can't not catch a ball. Other than that, they're the face of that team. As far as the world of sports go, you know, when they talk about that, I buy it on my shirt. I saw that little dots there. Been getting better at it. I used to tear them up really bad when I was a kid. Anxious. Just anxious all the time. Fuck, I gotta get this work done type shit. But, like I said, that's not his soapbox. There's no other way to put it. Just time and place situation, and he's chose the wrong time and place. Now, he believes the Pledge of Allegiance he didn't want to do it because he felt like he didn't want to stand for a country that does horrible things to black people. Now, not to get personal, but to be fair, I tried to look into it before I did about this and look up all this shit. And I couldn't really find anything. What I typed in is, how much does he donate? Because my first thought, it's like, oh, he must be very outspoken. So I went and looked it up, and I was like, if he's donating a lot and he's actually trying to do something, then I'm not really going to make a video out of him. There's no news there. Besides the fact that he wrong place, wrong time, and it'd just be me saying wrong place, wrong time this whole time, which is kind of what it is. But then again, we're getting into the second part now. If Kaepernick does donate, it is certainly not known. Now, I'm not saying if you do go out and donate money to causes and charities and things like that to improve an environment that you're speaking out against, or to improve a cause you're speaking for. I'm not saying that you have to make it announced, but I cannot find any record of him doing it. The only thing that I can find is just stupid shit like, oh, apparently he converted to Islam before he did it. I don't give a shit. That's his religious views. Like I said, I mean, Tim Tebow, if he wants to pray, have at it. As long as he's not, that's not a big deal to me. I mean, if you want to say, like, thank you to whatever God you believe in, I mean, he's Christian, but if you want to say thank you to whatever God you believe in whenever you do something great, in the time and place, as long as you don't stop and feel the need to light candles and take 20 minutes, go for it. If he's just kneeling real quick and all that good shit, GG, son. Do what you feel like. That's not something that's going to overly offend anyone. It shouldn't overly offend anyone because we're Americans. I go to school in the South. I am not a Christian. That's not something normal. I don't know about you guys, but I've grown up for the last few years. I've been my religion I currently am for a few years. And since I was like 14 and I'm 17 now. I've never really had a problem with it. Like, it doesn't bother me to see a religion I don't believe in put all over the place. It just doesn't. Like, that may be because I grew up in the heart of the Bible Belt, but things like that don't bother me. Especially when they're quick. Like, we used to have, like 2 minutes before school even started, it's not on school's time, some kids would gather around the flagpole and they'd say their prayer for like 2 minutes, and they'd separate and go to their classes. And this was like 30 minutes before the bell rung for school to start. Now the school told them they had to quit doing this. There were kids that they formed a little prayer circle in the corner and didn't bother anyone, and they prayed before they ate. I'm cool with that. That doesn't bother me. I'm not offended by it. If they were sitting there saying kill all of this and that and getting ready to do some honor killings, I might be a little bit worried. I might be bothered. But they're not. Like I said, it'd be different if Tim Tebow went to the end zone and then ran out to the crowd and grabbed a banner that said, you know, fuck Muslims. That'd piss me off. Because I'm cool with you doing whatever you want to do as long as you're not totally bashing on something else. Now, bashing on a person individually is personally a little different for me than it would be bashing someone. Now, if he's follows Islam, if he's a Muslim, I don't care. If he's a member of Black Lives Matter, I do not care. I do not care if he's the fucking chairman. But when it comes down to it, place and time for everything, he did it in the wrong place and wrong time. Now, like I said, I'm a little disappointed to see that he's actually not, I mean, really just the influence he would have from being in the position and the career path he's in, and all that good stuff. I mean, that's damn near enough. That is enough just to get it out there more. But then again, Black Lives Matter is already very known. It's not surprising to anyone. But it's kind of weird to me that he doesn't donate. That's just weird to me. That's something I always told myself. Like, if I ever came into like a shit ton of money one day, like I bought a scratch off for my birthday saying fuck it and won $10 million, then I'm probably going to give like a good quarter of it off to a charity. I'm probably going to give it to well, not all of it to one charity, but I'm probably going to break it up between like things that I care about. And probably the biggest charity organizations that I care about are like veterans charities. So chances are I'm going to donate a lot of mine to the VA, to the Wounded Warriors Projects, to the Children of the Fallen. I'm probably going to give a lot of money there. I mean, even whenever I was playing Pokemon Go, but I quit because so many people fucking cheat now. I had a charity app on my phone that I had running the entire time I played. And I mean, it cut my playtime down because it killed my battery. But, I mean, I was giving, if I have the chance to do something, give money. Because money's not a big thing to me. The only time money's a big thing to me is whenever I want to buy a computer or buy a gun, and I'm not too worried about it, honestly. I mean, if there's people that need it more than me, and I've gotten in some hella trouble over that, because one time my dad bought me some clothes, like around 9th grade year. I think he bought me like a whole bunch of stuff from American Eagle, and I didn't really like the stuff, and I mean, I had clothes, I had shirts that I liked, that I had already gotten. And he got pissed because I think I gave like all of it away to some kids that like needed clothes, like they didn't have like a jacket and shit for the summer. I mean, not for the summer, the winter. He got so pissed over that, and I didn't understand. I mean, I kind of understood why he was pissed, but at the same time, I was like, I did a good thing though. So I don't feel ashamed. It was just weird to me how he's not donating any funds. I mean, other than that, I haven't been aware that he said anything else on the matter. I mean, like I said, I looked a little bit, can't find anything. When I typed in, does he donate, like I said, it was stuff about what happened, that is he prepared for the backlash, he converted to Islam, and does his character in Madden have tattoos? That's all I could find when I said, does Kaepernick donate? Anyway, that's all I can say is, it is his right as an American, number one. But number two, I don't feel like that was the time and place to be doing that. That's not what your job is. That's not... Your career shouldn't have anything to do with that. I mean, if you, like I said, outside world, okay. In the stadium, post-game conference, no. Not your place. Just like it's not my place to be doing it in school. It's not your place to be doing it in your workplace unless you're a politician. Right as his American. Wrong place, wrong time. Weird that he doesn't donate. And if he does donate and he just keeps it on the down low, good for him. Then I'll take that back. Other than that, I can't find anything. I find people burning his jersey and stuff and standing on it with American flags. And like I said, I mean, that's their freedom of speech too. But when it comes down to it, that is his right. And I can't sit here and call him a piece of shit for it. I can call him, maybe he should have thought it through a bit more, but then again, for the millionth time I've said it, it's his right as an American. And just because we don't like something, and I know this is a hard thing for some people to understand, just because you don't like something doesn't mean you can take rights away from another American. It's that simple. If you don't like guns, that doesn't mean you can take guns away from me. I mean, gay people can get married now. If you don't like gay marriage, that doesn't mean you can take that right away from them. If you don't like someone saying something, you can't take away the right of someone to say something. That's a different kind of politics. That's a different country, and that's not our country. You can say what you want, verging on being Hitler, you can pretty much say what you want. And even Hitler really would have been allowed to say a lot of shit here. Well, that's all I had to talk about. Happy that we could have that interesting, exciting, happy discussion. Comment what you think about that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Show these videos to your friends. Help your friends subscribe so we can get these subscribes up. As always, have a lit rest of your Monday to the ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the universe. And most of all, America, because fuck yeah, America. But we can say what we want.